Stability study requirements for ANDA submission. ANDA is abbreviated new drug application and is a generic application for the US market. This video is for the requirement of stability and stability data for the submission of generic application, that is ANDA. The pharmaceutical products are required to be stable and should retain the quality parameters throughout the shelf life. That's why the stability demonstration is must. And stability data is a part of the chemistry manufacturing and controls, that is CMC. Let's see the introduction. ANDA is a generic application for US market, and along with the other requirements like bioequivalence, CMC requirements, stability is one of the most important requirement for application of the ANDA. The FDA requires stability data for at least 180 days for ANDA submissions. 180 days means 6 months data is required to apply the ANDA to the US market. Stability studies are required and are performed to ensure the drug quality and efficacy throughout the shelf life. Stability data is a part of CMC section. So why stability studies are performed, or what is the objective? Stability studies are required and are performed to demonstrate the drug product stability over time, ensure compliance with the regulatory requirements, and establish a appropriate storage condition and the shelf life. Also, stability studies are performed to finalize the packaging system, container closure system for the market, to market the product in the US. And then also the stability studies are required to see whether the drug product retains the quality parameters over time, or how the product is behavior in the stability time. Types of stability studies. First is accelerated stability testing, long-term stability testing, and also the intermediate stability testing is done. But generally the data of accelerated and long-term testing is evaluated. If the product fails at accelerated stability testing, that time the intermediate testing is done. The stability conditions like accelerated, intermediate, and long-term stability testing all are initiated at the same time. Accelerated stability testing is done at elevated temperature and humidity. Example of the accelerated stability testing like 40 degree and 75% RH for the 6-month time period. And in this time, the drug product is withdrawn from the accelerated stability chamber and tested for the quality parameters. Long-term stability testing. So it is performed at the standard storage conditions. It is 25 degrees Celsius, 60% RH, or 30 degrees Celsius, 65% RH for up to 2 to 3 years. Generally, 25 degree and 60% RH is the standard storage condition for long term for the ANDA. Also, sometimes depending on to the product and market requirements, the long term conditions are like 30 degrees Celsius and 65% RH for up to 2 to 3 years. And if 30 degrees Celsius and 65% RH is the intermediate condition, then the storage time is for 12 months. Accelerated stability testing simulates the long-term storage effects in a shorter period because it is done at a higher temperature and higher humidity levels. And that's why accelerated condition helps to predict the drug degradation and the shelf life, and it is required for initial ANDA submission. It is not like that you must have to pass the uh, product at accelerated stability condition. The intermediate stability testing or intermediate stability condition data can also be submitted with the commitment that you will provide or applicant will provide the data. Long-term stability testing conducted under real-world storage conditions. For example, if your recommended store is 25 degrees Celsius, long-term condition will be 25 degrees. It confirms findings from the accelerated studies required for the final approval and post-approval monitoring. So, final approval is based on to the long-term stability testing. Stability testing parameters. So, what parameters are required to be tested? First is drug content. You can consider it as assay to ensure API concentration remains stable. Then degradation products, checking for unwanted byproducts, impurities, and degradation products of the formulation. Consider degradation products as organic impurities or related substances. Then physical properties are required to be retained, examining the changes in appearance, hardness, dissolution, disintegration, these properties of the formulation, and also microbial limits, ensuring the product remains free from the contamination. Then what are the regulatory requirements? So ANDA applicant are required to provide stability data from at least 3 batches. So 3 batches are loaded onto stability. If you are having the multiple strength product or multiple strength formulation, all the strengths are required to be loaded on the stability, and the marketed pack should be used. So whatever the proposed marketed pack is there, that must be on the stability, and stability data should be generated for that packaging or container closure system. If you want to pack and market the product in bottle, then bottle pack should be there on the stability. FDA requires both accelerated and long-term data for the review, and it establishes storage conditions and expiration date for the drug product. Impact on ANDA approval. As we know that stability data is must for the ANDA application, well documented stability studies expedite the regulatory approval. If there are stability study failures or data is not meeting the requirements, then it may delay approval and require some additional testing as well. Demonstrating compliance ensure the product safety and effectiveness, because stability studies are done to demonstrate that the product retains or remains in the state of quality, or it confirms the quality parameters throughout the shelf life, and it is required for demonstration of the safety and efficacy of the product. The generic products are required to be with a similar stability or better stability compared to the innovator or reference formulation. Conclusion of the video, we will see now. Stability studies play a crucial role in ANDA submission. Without stability studies, you cannot file the ANDA, and minimum 6-month stability data is required. Data from accelerated and long-term testing supports the shelf life determination. Ensuring stability compliance enhances the regulatory approval chances. At the time of filing, you should have or must have the 6-month stability data, and based on this 6-month stability data, you can tentatively give some shelf life period that will be finalized after review of the ANDA. So this is regarding the stability study requirement for ANDA submissions. Whenever you are asked a question regarding this, you should answer like it is required to have 6-month stability data for accelerated condition and long-term condition at the time of ANDA filing. Also, if the product is failing or not meeting the quality parameters at accelerated condition, then the intermediate storage condition data is also provided. Thank you for watching the video, and let's meet soon with such kind of informative video.